Hey guys, did you watch the show on Friday night?
Oh yeah, dude, that was amazing.
Yeah, what was the best part you liked about it?
Oh, it had to be the main event. You know what? That was a crazy main event between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Welcome to TFS Battle What's on Stuff You Show Podcast. It's 24/7 Lou, and that's
Ric-Hard saying, "How's it feel to be former champ, Lou?"
oh, happened last year, and that's
The one-man band, almost as good as being the current champion.
there you are. That's the current champion, holding all the belts.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
But folks, first let me tell you something. From the highest mountain to the lowest valley and everywhere in between, we are the beast in the east, the best in the west, and your ex-wife, your ex-girlfriend's favorite show podcast. I messed that all up. Anyway, welcome to TFS
Hold
Pod.
on, Lou. Hold on, Lou. You're forgetting something very important. This is also the #1 YouTube show listened to by all adult film stars. Shout out today goes out to Jenny Jameson.
Oh, okay.
All right.
all right.
Wow.
All
Wow.
right. Yeah, I forgot that's our thing
Vintage.
for 2023.
Vintage. Vintage.
We're name dropping
Research,
here.
folks.
Yes, folks, in this episode we will be talking about Impact, Hard to Kill, and other things catching up in the world of wrestling, our favorite real sport out there. But first, before we get to that, the one-man band, give us that line that you must love.
Yes, I do, especially because Ric-Hard, get the scoreboard.
All right, folks. Scoreboard is actually very simple because first show of the year. Here we go. The one-man band is in first place with 1 point.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations.
And everyone else is at 0.
Including Bogey.
Now I know
Which
how this
Lou will
feels.
be seeing on Friday.
Now I know how this feels. This is horrible.
That's the scoreboard. Back to you, Lou.
All right. Yeah, before we get to that, we had the passing recently. Ric-Hard, let me let you get this.
So, tragic week for wrestling here. January 17th, this was this past Tuesday. Jay Briscoe, one half of the Briscoe brothers, passed away tragically at the age of 38 in a tragic car accident.
And a one-man band, you have a story about this, about meeting him, right? What is it?
Yeah. Actually, October 2016 in the War Memorial in Fort Lauderdale. It was myself, my other buddy from my last job, Timothy Martinez. Shout out to Tim, and a few others. We went to this show, and among these people that were entertaining, a lot of people who are big stars today. Particularly Adam Cole, who was the Ring of Honor champion at the time. Hangman Page was there. Damian Priest, who was known as Punishment Martinez at the time. And, of course, the Briscoes. The Briscoes were there. I think the Briscoes were the tag team champions. They might have been in, like, their 7th reign at that time. And I remember after the show, when we were walking, me and my buddies were walking out, we saw the Briscoes in the parking lot. And we just so happened to go up to them and say, "Hey guys, great show, thanks." And Jay Briscoe, I'll never forget it. Jay Briscoe looked at me and he was like, "Oh, you like the show, man?" I was like, "You guys are awesome, man. You guys did great." He's like, "Yeah, man, we love what we do, man. We're always here. You know, we're them boys." And sure enough, they were absolutely them boys. But the nicest guys, man. You would think seeing them as intimidating as they looked with all the tattoos and, you know, just you could tell like backwoods looking, like you would think that they were like about to stab you. But but man, the nicest guys you could ever meet. Like we talked with them for like a good 10 minutes and just like
Cool.
nothing. Like they weren't bothered by it. They actually like welcomed it. Like we were asking them questions like, "Hey man, how's it like to do this and that?" And and they were just forthright, being very, very like appreciative of the fans. And you could tell like they really, really love the fans and what they were doing. So it just sucks, man, that this happened the way it did. And not only just a few things to note. Like he died the same way my cousin was killed. Same way back in February 4th of 2016. So very similar and very close dates. And then on top of that, his two daughters were in the car with him, and his two daughters I think were both in critical condition, and he was driving them to a cheerleading event, and then on top of that, the very next day was his brother's birthday.
No, man.
So I can only imagine what Mark Briscoe was going through. Like, man, my heart's out to the Briscoe family, man, because they're like they have to be going through just the worst time right now, and like you gotta give them an outpouring of love and support, because that is just devastating. As someone that lost his dad a little bit over a year ago. And, it's a natural progression of life. Like, I get it. Like, it was my dad, of course. But when it's a sibling like that, and they're so young, like, to put it into perspective, I'm going to be 38 in a month and a half. March the 3rd will be my 38th birthday. I can't even imagine, like, going through that or even, like, passing away, because I feel like I got so much more to do. And, and this man was just ripped from the world and no time at all. And this just puts in perspective. And I thought about this a lot, but that encounter that I had with them in 2016, like for whatever reason, like I kept replaying that in my head, and I felt kind of terrible about it, because I was like, wow, it's the one and only time I ever got to meet these guys. I'm glad I did, but it's like, and I'm never gonna get that chance again now to see both of them together. And the worst part was, they were the current tag team champions too for ROH. So like that's it. Like you'll never hear the Briscoe Bros as the tag team champions again. Like that's kind of somber, It's shitty. Like it's really shitty.
It's a very grim reminder of how quickly life can change or end.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
So and they were doing a lot of stuff on GCW. Because I would catch matches, and wow, those matches were brutal. They were There were some dives, some chair shots, everything. It was amazing. I mean, on GCW, I was watching some of those matches. They were recently on AEW. So yeah.
If I could say something really, really quick back about that, and then we'll move on. I know that AEW couldn't do a tribute to Jay Briscoe on air. They had to do a taping, and I know the reason being was because I think Time Warner or Warner Brothers or whoever it is that owns the AEW ordeal.
Warner Brothers Discovery.
Yeah, Warner Brothers Discovery didn't want to do a tribute to him on air because of past remarks that Jay Briscoe had done in regards to certain sensitive subjects that I don't want to get into. Listen, people make mistakes, or people talk about certain things. It is what it is. I'm not saying they're right. I'm not saying they're wrong. But when it's in the magnitude of somebody passing away like this, and somebody as legendary as the Briscoes were, especially Jay. Jay was a one-time Ring of Honor champion, 13-time Ring of Honor tag team champion, also held titles in New Japan as well with his brother. And for them to just be like, no, like we don't want to do that. I think it's very disheartening. Yeah. And I think it shows like just certain companies, like how heartless they can be. So that's just my 2 cents on that one.
Some people didn't know about those comments.
Yeah.
All I know is what he's done in the ring. So, and I don't know the comments if he apologized or not, but that must have been in the past, and now we're talking about someone.
In the moment. Yeah.
Yeah. That ain't right.
That's unfortunate, actually.
Very, very unfortunate.
But yeah, man, hearts go out to the Briscoe family, and especially to his brother Mark, because I having siblings myself, 2 brothers, I couldn't imagine losing one of them at this age. I'm in my 30s too, so.
Yeah, I have a sister who's 48. You know, we're 10 years apart. We're stepmom and dad. I couldn't imagine. I could not imagine losing her. That would be like the real reality of like, oh man, there's not much more for me after that. Yeah.
And let's continue on with the show here, and let's talk a little bit about Impact.
Hard to Kill.
Yeah.
Which unlike your title reign.
Whoa!
Man, I was sitting on that one for a while.
Oh man!
We got to be honest.
Good God!
Look, hold on a second. I'm glad for the one-man band to finally touch the gold.
Oh, here we go.
I'm very glad for him to touch the gold, but you're celebrating like you touched the gold. He beat you too, by the way. I don't know if you know that, right?
Oh, but
I don't know if you know this, but he also beat you too. You know that,
Fair
right?
enough.
I mean, you know that part too, right?
I'm aware, Lou. But come on, I know this is have to
we
be.
both lost.
Hold on, you're right, Lou. You're right, Lou. We both lost. However, one of us lost a title reign that was actually going close to about half a year at that point.
No. Hold on, it's not over yet. Remember, I had lost title to you at one point, didn't I? You had the lead.
Yes, I know.
Last 2 months ago.
I had the lead in July for a very brief period.
No, wasn't it?
We haven't done the days yet. But
I believe in November
maybe in November. No. By November that. Lou, we're getting off topic here. I'm not going to pull up the scoreboard again.
Pull it up. You'll see that you had a lead on me, and then there was a weekend where I had taken 2 points and I moved up ahead. That's what I'm just saying. That
well, either way, your streak is over. All right.
Not really, but yeah, okay. It's the end of the year. We'll see where it ends up. It could be the one-man band.
Didn't even hit 21 and over. Didn't even hit 21 and over. But.
No, I know. Well, there's already 0, so remember, it all wipes out. So,
however,
said,
look,
we were at 0
for the first time. OMB's in the lead, and he's the dominant 24/7 and predictions world champ.
And I'm glad. I'm glad for that.
Thank you.
Like
feels good. It feels good. It really does.
And well, we'll get to the prediction. I mean, I don't know if we're going to go through the whole show. We'll go through some of the matches, but because I did catch some of it, but I didn't catch all of it. So I have to admit that I didn't watch all of it. The show I had to step.
That's okay. You did better than me, man.
But well, you know what?
I didn't catch all of it. I saw some highlights. As I mentioned in the opener. I kind of watched SmackDown instead. Impact. Stop doing Friday shows.
I know, right?
Stop doing Friday shows.
Like, let's go briefly over the matches, and then we'll talk about how the woman.
Well, we should probably. Yes. For those of you unaware, it was actually really close.
It was.
And it was starting to look like we were going to have the randomizer possibly pull another 2021 or 2022.
That would have been bad. That would have
been an awful way to start.
That would have been quite a start to the year.
But OMB pulled it out in the end there. But let's go through the match list. One key thing to note: one match actually did get cut from the card. Funny enough.
Oh, okay.
Which was the Death Dolls going up versus Giselle Shaw, Savannah Evans, and Tasha Steelz. Wait, what?
You sure?
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh. Did you just lose the championship?
Hold on a second.
Did someone just lose the championship? No, I didn't.
No, he
I
didn't.
know
He got it.
I know.
He got it. But the randomizer is no
Hold on,
longer close.
I'm trying to build suspense for the audience. I know.
I was gonna say the randomizer is no longer close. Then I thought that match got stopped. Jeez. Oh, I see why. So okay, it didn't occur on the pre-show. It actually was a dark match, which is why
okay.
which is why I never actually saw it happen, and I never got a result for it. But it did happen on the show. It was just a dark match. It doesn't change the overall end result here. However, it no longer fits with the narrative that the randomizer was close at all because it picked Shaw, Evans, and Steele, and then the Death Dolls got the win, which everybody else picked the Death Dolls.
Oh, okay.
So, no crazy change there. But there goes my narrative about that match being canceled or removed from the card. It just ended up being a dark match. Okay. All right, never mind then. On with the rest of the show. 2-point match where we all pretty much had a consensus pick except for the randomizer. Nobody got the point on it, by the way.
Okay.
Was the 6-way to determine, was it just a 6-way for fun, or wasn't that match to
the
determine who would
knockouts?
be number one contender?
Yeah, no contender for the knockouts, right?
No, not the knockouts. 6-way for the X division, wasn't it?
Oh, X Division where Kushida won?
Yeah, the one where Kushida won.
Yeah, that's the contender.
Everybody, yeah, all right, yeah. I'm surprised it doesn't say it's a contenders match, but 6-way, which occurred on the pre-show, Kushida won it. Nobody picked Kushida. Everybody went with either Mike Bailey or, in the case of the randomizer, Yuya Uemura. But yeah, Kushida got the win there. Relatively quick match, actually. It was the shortest match on the card, including the night. 7 minutes, 25 seconds. Crazy for a 6-way.
Yeah.
But yeah, shortest match on the card. Kushida got the win. Should be interesting considering that the X Division saw, it's the next match, so we could address it. Trey Miguel, as you like to call him, what is it, Lou?
Oh, Ricochet with hair.
Ricochet. Trey Miguel successfully getting a win against Black Taurus for the Impact X Division Championship. Not a lot of surprises there. Let me see, hold on. I think somebody did pick Black Taurus. Oh, yeah. Main event Jeff picked Black Taurus. Everybody else picked Trey Miguel.
Huh.
That was a bold pick that didn't pay off in his favor.
Yeah.
But yeah, Trey Miguel defended. We all kind of called it because we figured he wasn't coming. Black Taurus wasn't coming from AAA permanently. It was just a cameo spot. And that ends the pre-show. Now we can address this interesting development. The Impact World Championship was the curtain, the opening match.
Yeah.
And
which we thought was going to be the main event or co-main event.
Yeah, I was so sure that would be the main event. And I actually made a call on that once I saw that happen. Yeah. I predicted that maybe Mickie James was going to lose in the title match and retire. That was an interesting way to book it. Kind of a neat swerve, I think.
Well, what swerve? They're competing at SmackDown on free TV.
Well, it kind of sets the expectation, Lou. Like, all right, well, man, hear me out. You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Like, the fact that the Mickie James match goes from being like co-main event to for sure the main event right in the opener of the show, of the event, kind of feels like all right, we're trying to get people to tune in because it might be her last match. And
yeah, exactly.
I was like, dude, like this could be a sign that it's her last match. I wouldn't be surprised if they do this moving forward each time until Josh Alexander gets a convincing opponent for the world championship, aka Heath finally calls his shot.
Not happening.
Now that'll be a moment. That'll put butts in seats, as Tony Schiavone said once.
That'll put the butts in seats.
All right, so we had Josh Alexander make Bully Ray tap out, even though also too first Tommy Dreamer came out. We thought he was going to turn on Josh Alexander, but he actually hit Bully Ray, which was exciting.
I don't know why. I thought maybe Josh Alexander's wife might turn on him for some reason.
Oh,
she
yeah.
came out too, didn't she?
Yeah, she came out too. She even hit Bully Ray too.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. I was like, God, I'm pretty sure that's the first time she got physical in any one of Josh Alexander's matches.
Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong. At least on Impact.
I was waiting for their son to come out of the top rope or something like smack him.
the kid launches off the top rope, hits a hurricanrana.
Yeah, I was waiting for something like that to happen, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, I think that would have jumped the shark, Lou.
Oh, boy.
He's like what? 3 years old? Not even?
Yeah. Or Anthem people. I know you're listening. Think about that. Think about that for the future. Vince wouldn't do that.
Youngest tag team champion.
Vince wouldn't even dare do that.
Alongside, well, I mean, he did have Braun Strowman tag team with a 10-year-old one.
I know, but I'm going with a baby.
Yeah, yeah, seriously, right? Youngest tag team champion. Yeah, how about a baby?
Oh, baby! So yeah,
they don't even give it a name. They just say the wrestler name is a baby. And it operates under the Freebird rule. Every show he has a new baby as his tag partner.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! So yeah, so we had Josh Alexander win, retain
via submission via an ankle lock, right?
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I know you brought Bully Ray in for this one, for this start the year off.
All right, yeah. Part of me did think that Bully Ray was getting a push for this. I went with Josh Alexander just because of peer pressure, but there was a huge part of me that was leaning Bully Ray. I'm so glad. Kids don't ever learn from me on this, but I hope you never have to say this, but I'm glad I caved to peer pressure on that one.
Wait, actually, who went first in that one? Who was you caved into?
Hey, Lou, get out of here.
I know why you're saying that. I know why you're saying that.
Move on. We'll move on. Next match was the 4-way tag team elimination match for the Impact World Tag Team Champions, and I gotta say, incorrect team won here, even though they were my picks. I think booking wise, we had a better option for a tag team to win, but yeah, Motor City Machine Guns with the retention.
Yeah.
And interesting enough, this pay-per-view or this event took place on Friday the 13th. This match went 13 minutes and 13 seconds. Like that. So I'm not sure that was intentional, but pretty cool.
But I bet you it would have been a horror if Heath and Rhino won.
Get out of here. If I'm not mistaken, what was the order of elimination?
I think they were first.
I'm trying to remember.
I missed it.
They weren't the first. Were they the first? I think they might have been the second. I don't know. Look, point is, decent match. Motor City Machine Gun basically beat like the major tag teams in the division now. Yeah. I think the only real tag team is possibly a reformed Violent by Design or something.
Yeah.
If they decide to build something up, but
yeah, you know what?
Yeah,
I've been watching
where
Impact.
they go from here.
Now you mentioned it, I've been watching Impact. Yeah. Like I don't see what other tag teams are there out there. Because the Good Brothers are gone. They were there before last year. And, really, the I don't know more folks, they're gone already. They're in AEW. Yeah. So I don't know what other tag teams you have that are not those 4 teams that were in there in that ring.
Yeah, I mean it's strange. Usually when you do a multi-team match, sometimes you just do that so that the tag champs can lose without, sometimes without taking the pin, maybe to lose with controversy to give another team a shot, and then they do the rounds against all the other teams in the match individually later on. Mm-hmm. But now the Motor Machine Guns beat everybody. Like, what's the next move there? So that's kind of interesting.
All right, and what was our next match that we had?
Next match was for the Digital Media Championship.
This one.
And Lou, I know you're pissed off about how this went. It was Joe
I gotta
Henry,
say something about this one.
Joe Henry versus Moose. This was what basically set Lou and me out to pasture on this event, essentially.
All right. Before we get to that, I want to hear the one-man band's reasoning again on why he picked Hendry to win this one.
Well, as I had said to you guys earlier, like Moose has been fighting for the Impact Championship, World Championship for a while now. I didn't think it would make sense for him to be the digital media champion rather in this point. I didn't think it made sense for him to hold it. And on top of that, when I heard Joe Hendry, I remember him on Wrestle Talk. Like the guys will talk about him on Wrestle Talk, and they would always like sing. They'll say like Joe Hendry and this and that. Like I don't know why, like that stuck with me. I said I just have the feeling that's gonna translate to him being the digital media champion because he's got the pedigree already from that. And obviously, I didn't know that this was gonna go down. I had no idea. So obviously,
wait a minute. Let me get this straight. We were recording that episode for our predictions.
Yeah.
TFS Pod, the number one show on YouTube, your girl's favorite show, and this show is dedicated to Janet Jameson. You're recording this show, and on your shoulder, I'm imagining one on your right and one on your left, the two guys from, Wrestle Talk popped up and said, Joe Henry, and you went that way. Is that how this thing broke down?
Yeah, exactly. Because you know why? Because I do both picks and they work sometimes, like today.
No, they were just in your ear, on your shoulder. Another podcast was in your ear.
Well, hey.
Whoa, Lou, hold on. I feel the need to point out that people in glass houses should not throw stones.
I was about to say, thank you. I was about to say, because I know a certain person that gets his dirt sheets from somewhere else, and he always says, my inside sources. Well, you got your source inside this time.
Look, folks, I just want to point out and take a moment to say, I'm the only one that makes original picks on this of the trio here, guys. I have never used another podcast, another YouTube show to base.
Well, whatever.
Whatever. You're copying my picks.
I base it off of my own incorrect opinions. Okay.
Listen, in all accounts, I think the fact that I went for Joe Hendry just because of Wrestle Talk making a segment out of him years ago, by the way.
Oh my God!
This was back like in 2018, I want to say, or 2019. So I think that's pretty cool that I was able to go for that just because of that.
I love it. That is wrestling, folks. A 2019 song of Joe Henry popped up on the shoulder of the one-man band. Who hears? I guess you hear music everywhere around you. That's what I'm picturing as a one-man band.
I agree. Yes.
And you heard a song,
You're right.
Joe Henry, and you went that way. Wow. Yep. Amazing. But now, let's get to the matchup. Moose won that match. He may have cheated. But again, the ref didn't see it. Hold on. The ref didn't see it. But because bully dumbass Ray beat up Scott D'Amore, we had a new director of authority, DOA. We had a new one come out, and it was that son of a gun, Santino Marella. He came out. He said, "You cheated. You hit the man in the private parts." What is it? What does he call it? Gross or disgusting? He said something.
He should have brought out the Cobra.
Well, he said a line like that was disgusting. You hit him in the groin, right? And he restarted the match quickly. Joe Henry tried to pin Moose. By the way, Moose's old NFL buddies were ringside. I mean, they had bought seats and they were out there watching, cheering him, which sucks again. That I had to lose at home. I mean, lose with friends around to watch that. But yeah, restarted the match, and thank God it wasn't one of those. How is it on some other show? They make a comment calling it the most devastating move ever, which is the roll up pin.
Yeah.
Right. It wasn't that he tried because Joe Henry did try to do it, but Moose got out of it. and it was a good pin. I guess he did his finisher, and he did pin Moose in the middle of the ring to win the match. But that son of a gun restarted the match and changed the whole trajectory of this show. So yeah, that's a new director of authority, DOA is what he calls himself.
Authority.
And he has like a badge too. He walks around. He looks like undercover cop.
Oh my God. I don't know what it is, guys. Anybody else getting Mick Foley as commissioner in the year 2000 vibes from this?
Yeah.
Well, he did
it on Impact.
He did
on Impact, copying a classic.
He did appear on the Impact weekly show also again, and backstage making up matches, asking someone, "Hey, what should I do?" Oh, you know what? He asked somebody, "Yeah, you know what? Let's do a match," and immediately there was a match. So he was up to that already on Impact. So it's going to be whatever's happening backstage. Yeah, you stepped on my foot. You guys have a match. So yeah, that was a difference, and that was a bold.
That was
winning pick.
Impact. That was Impact listening to the show, because they didn't do this with any other match. They did this with the match where we specifically disagreed on it.
Yeah, right.
And they did it with this match. They set us up. They had Joe Hendry lose, Moose win, and then they were no. By the way, we're restarting the match.
So
I undid the results and put OMB in the lead with only the randomizer left to really be in his way, and kind of Jeff, even though Jeff had some serious point deficit to catch up on.
So at least I know that we have it out of the way. Maybe hopefully the only, but I think it might be the first of many bold picks that the one-man band will make to get a victory.
Yeah,
I have a feeling that's my prediction, that you're going to make a bold prediction. How's that?
Yeah.
My prediction is that you're going to make bold predictions.
You are correct.
So yeah, it paid off. It's a great way to start the year. But let's get to what are the next matches we had there? Because we want to get to that last match.
It was the 4-way number one contenders match for the Impact Knockouts World Championship. This one's going to be crazy, because guess who got the point on this one? Which is where the vibes started coming. We all picked Deonna Purrazzo except for one competitor.
Oh, yeah.
It was the randomizer. The randomizer picked Masha Slamovic.
Generate.
And out of all the people to win the match, was the person the randomizer picked. I'm telling you guys, Impact listens to our show.
Yeah. Yep.
Because that's some grade A. That's some grade A trolling right there.
Yeah.
And that put OMB and the randomizer pretty much neck and neck at that point. Granted, we didn't know about the Death Dolls result, but at the time it was looking pretty close. Turns out it wasn't.
Yep.
Fun fact.
So it was fabricated suspense.
Fabricated drama. There you go. We did it. We did it just for the entertainment value.
Jesus.
So Slamovich wins, and what was our next match?
Next match was Steve Macklin versus Rich Swann in a false count anywhere match.
I love it. I saw this, and I love it. Other networks, other wrestling shows should do the same thing. What did I see? Go ahead, Ric-Hard. Ask me. What did I see that I loved?
What did you see? You saw parts of Atlanta, Georgia?
Yes. They started in the back of the event, and they made their way through a trash heap area, whatever, and they were on a like a driveway, and they were on the street. I saw cars. I saw buildings. They were doing moves out there. It was a little bit cold. I believe the show was in Atlanta.
Careful.
Yep, Atlanta, Georgia.
It was the weekend. I know it was a big cold front out going around here, but yeah, I did see the street. I love it. I almost got hit by a car. A guy comes out with his car. He said, "Hey, get out of the way!" And they slam. I think Rich Swann slammed Macklin on the car. then they fought their way back into the arena and into the ring. And yeah, it was a good match where Macklin won that one.
Yeah, so I got to ask Lou, having seen the streets of Atlanta, Georgia, is that going to be on your destination list?
Yes, it is now. It is now.
You heard what he said, folks. By the way, he said the match started next to a trash heap he saw some rude driver complain about them being on the
A
road,
parking lot.
and somewhere Lou in his head was looking at the Atlanta tourism advertisement in this wrestling match and going, yeah, that seems like a place I would want to visit.
I was looking up. The tourism board did a wonderful job.
I bet it did. I bet it did.
And it wasn't even a street fight. It was a count anywhere match.
Yep.
I always say, if you're going to give me a street fight, I want to see the street. No popcorn, which I was a little disappointed about that.
That's how you base your vacations.
That's how I base my vacations, and I have a few more weeks to go. I have Atlanta on the list. I need a few more places to know where to go to.
Oh my gosh! Let's go to the next match. Let's go to the next match, folks.
Right, next match.
Oh, Lou is something else. Next match. This one we all. Oof. I'm telling you, we all were surprised by this also.
So we're gonna miss
Jonathan Gresham going up against Eddie Edwards, and only two participants picked Eddie Edwards to win, and that were Main Event Jeff and the Randomizer.
Wow. And
this is what put, at the time, before we realized the Death Dolls match did happen, this is what put the Randomizer back in contention at the time. What we thought for a possible finish, and well, Jonathan Gresham did not win,
which I'm surprised. It was a whole big push for him.
Yeah, this by the way tied the main event for longest match, 19 minutes and 5 seconds. Long match.
Yeah.
Unexpected result, I would say, for a lot of people here.
Yeah, I thought there was a big push for Gresham, and
apparently not.
Well, hopefully this is part one of 3 kind of a deal.
Well, yeah, I mean they gave him the time to go in the ring, so if they liked it, we'll probably see a rematch.
Yeah.
But now, time for main event, match number 10. Very, very light card by Impact standards.
not the usual 14, 15 matches.
14. Sometimes we do 16 matches for what is essentially a throwaway pay-per-view.
4-day. Was it? Not 10 matches.
Multiverse.
10 matches.
I mean, the multiverse of matches.
Multiverse. Oh my god.
10 days of matches. Main event time was Jordynne Grace, the Knockouts World Champion for Impact, going up against Mickie James, who has stipulation that if she loses her next match, any match she loses next will be her last match. So it was a title versus career match, and very emotional.
Yeah.
Really impressive moment. Mickie James got the win.
Whoa. You should do it the right way. You know how you should do this.
No, right.
Who won this match?
Right.
Go for it.
The match was won by
Hardcore Country! Yeah. That's how we're doing it.
Mickie James. I'm sorry, I got lost in it because I saw some clips from the aftermath of the match. You had I think it was Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria. She was backstage.
She was there. She came out to the ring though.
Oh, okay. I mean, earlier in the show. Earlier in the show.
And some other people. I think even Mickie James's kid came out.
Oh wow. And her husband.
I think so too. Yeah, I don't know, but she was there with like friends and family, and they were like cheering her on and celebrating her win. So very, very great match. Very solid main event. I'm hoping. There's a sneaking suspicion in my mind because Masha Slamovich, I don't think she's going to be the one to end Mickie James's career and have her retire. Mm-hmm. I think secretly Mickie James was like, man, I want an undefeated streak. So she said, you know what? How about I go with this gimmick where the next match I lose, I put my career on the line. And then the producers of the show were like, no, we can't have her retire, so she just keeps winning. Should be interesting. When will Mickie James's title reign and career come to a close? I'm thinking maybe Bound for Glory, but we'll see.
Yeah, maybe.
That is practically a whole year away.
All right, so that was Impact's Hard to Kill.
Hard to Kill, and now, as is customary.
Yes, it always is. There we go. Hold on. Let me rearrange some chairs over here. Mm-hmm. All right, moving this over here. That's it over here. There. Set that. The table's for chairs. All right, ready?
I have to ask our editor not cut suddenly for this. But One Man Band.
Yes.
I believe you have a victory speech.
Oh, this is the moment I've been waiting for. That you guys saw. This is win number 1, first pay-per-view of the year. Let me just say that this will be many more to come. That's what I'm going to say. And that also makes me dual champion, by the way. Dual champion.
Yep. And
TFS Pod predictions champion, yes.
24/7 champion and TFS Pod.
And there's 3.
And
so
no,
it's 2. It's 2.
And
it's 2. Okay. Okay. Also Drew 2 belts. Drew 2 belts signing out.